Most people fail their PMO interview not because they don't know about project management, but because they don't know how to talk about it. In next few minutes, I will show you 5 questions that can literally make or break a PMO interview. I have sat on both sides of the PMO interview table, and trust me, the difference between the people who get hired and ones who don't isn't experience, it's strategy. In this video, we will break down the top 5 PMO interview questions with real example and proven framework that actually works. So let's get started. Well, let's start with question that decide everything. What is the role of a PMO? Well, everyone complicate this. They start listing template, governance model, dashboard, and you can literally see interviewers' eyes glaze over because interviewers don't want definition, they want direction. And remember, they are silently thinking, does this person understand how PMO connect to the business success? I once sat on a PMO hiring panel with 15 candidates. Only 2 made a sit straight. One of them said, a PMO isn't about control, it's about clarity, helping leadership to see where their money, time and people are really going. Right on the spot. This is the kind of answer that makes the room go quiet for the right reason. So next time when you are asked, don't talk about template, talk about impact. Basically, PMO helps the project stay aligned with strategic goal, enabling leadership to make faster and smarter decisions. And that's how you sound like PMO leader. Now, coming to the next part, it is where the most people crash and burn. Behavioral type interview question. You heard the question like, tell me about a time you handled a project chaos, and suddenly your brain goes blank. Well, I have been there. I started listing timeline, risk, dashboard, and I nailed every technical word, but I still didn't get the job. Why? Because I forget the human side. Here's a fact. Hiring manager remembers story 22 times more than the data. So when you get this kind of question, use STAR method. Situation, task, action and results. And please ensure the result should be meaningful. So for example, we were facing 20 weeks of schedule delay. I initiated daily syncs, improved visibility, and within 2 months, we brought it down to 5 weeks. Powerful and right at the point. But here is the trick. Always end the answer with a reflection. So in above answer, you can add something like this. The incident taught me how a communication gap can quietly sink a project. And that's when the interviewer thinks this person really got it. Now, coming to the next question, and trust me, this question separates good from great candidate. How does a PMO add value? Now, if you go too technical, you sound junior. If you go too vague, you sound lost. So here is a trick to crush it. Think of a PMO as a GPS for leadership. It doesn't drive the car, but it makes sure everyone knows the route and the progress. So here is a simple answer. A PMO adds value by improving decision-making process, forecasting risk early, and ensuring alignment between the project and business strategy. Awesome, right? Confident and business savvy. Also, you can drop stats like organization with mature PMO delivers 33% more project on time and within budget. In my experience, I once worked with a PMO with 20 KPIs. Well, nobody cared even single one. But when we cut it down to 5 critical metrics and suddenly we got all attention of leadership. Well, sometimes less governance equal to more clarity. And that's what exactly called strategic thinking. Now, let's get real. And it's all about me. Once I failed a PMO interview. Yep, that's right. Well, I walked out from the interview feeling confident until the rejection email hit me on Monday morning. And it hit me very hard. And I realized that I was trying too hard to sound perfect. Look, interviewers don't want perfection. They want perspective. So next time, I was honest. They asked, tell me about a failure. And I said, I once ignored early signs of scope creep because I was focused on delivery. And that failed project taught me governance isn't about control. It's about foresight. And that answer got me the job. So sometimes your honesty is the biggest qualification. Well, sometimes. So today you didn't learn interview question, you learn how to think like a PMO professional. And now you know how to lead with clarity. So tell your story with confidence and prove your impact. Always remember, interviews don't define your worth, they reveal your preparation. So when you walk into the next PMO interview, walk in like you already belong there. And keep in mind, confidence isn't built by luck, it's built by preparation. If this video helped you to feel more ready for your next big interview, then hit the like button. It tells me the content is helping you grow. And if you're serious about project management career, then subscribe. Because next week we are breaking down the 5 biggest mistakes which people make in their PMO interview. And trust me, you will want to fix this before your next interview. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading with impact. Best of luck. See you next time.